Hello guys, it's Ali and welcome to today's video. So we're going to carry on working on the little vintage themed journal using the kit from Pink Monarch Prints. I've only done a little bit off camera. All I've done is put some eyelets in and some twine for my closure, stitched around my cover, and then I've done some stitching inside. I was tempted to tear some of my pages, then decided against it because I thought, because I've grunged them, I'm just going to stitch around. So I've scruffily stitched around some pages inside. I've made a big pocket there. All as I've done is stitch two pieces of paper together down each side to make the pocket. What else did I do? Made a little pocket out of this train timetable. Made a pocket here, pocket there. In the centre I've made these two big pockets, and all I did was I got two pieces of paper and I just folded my corners under like that, in a point like that, and then stitched one on top of the other just to create that big pocket. I've just stitched around it. Yeah, that's all as I've done, is just make them few little pockets and put in the twine. So I'll put my journal there. So I want to make something to go on this page here. I want to make an acetate pocket. So I've got a piece of card. I've measured the card to fit on the page. I've got my dies. I'm going to use this die here. Just a framelit die, but before I cut it out, I'm going to put this onto some patterned paper, just this piece here, so that when I use my die to cut it out, I get both, you know, it fits nicely. I don't have to worry about not lining it up properly. So I'm just going to put some glue on here. I am going to stitch around it, so I'm not going to put too much glue on. I'm just going to put that on there. Okay, and then just cut around that pattern paper. Okay, keep that paper. Right, I'll just grab my die cutting machine. It's just here at the side of me. So I'm going to put my die on in the centre. Like that. I'm just going to put a little bit of tape on. I'm just going to get the sticky off on my top. That there and that there. Okay, and then I'm going to put it through my die cutting machine. I'll just get my plates. Got my die cutting plates. I've got a new Sizzix fold away machine. It's a really nice little machine, very compact. It doesn't do big dies. It does, I think, up to A5 size dies. It's annoying me now. Why won't you stick down? Stay there. Just why I cut you out. Yeah, this is the fold away, and it does as it says. It just, the sides just open out, and then you just put your, oh, let's turn it around, and I've got the handle at this side. I'm just going to put it through the machine. Okay, I'll just take that out. I'll just put this behind me, and then I've got room on the desk. Right, has it cut? It doesn't want to come up now, I've cut it. Right, I'm going to keep that piece of die cut. I can use that for something else. So as you can see now, both my papers have been cut together. Just then, it's just easier than trying to line them up, you know, to cut separately. I've got a piece of acetate here. I'm going to put some double-sided tape around my frame. Doesn't look like I've cut that very straight at the back, but I don't want to go cutting off paper. Let's just straighten that little piece up there. That's it. Right, I've got my double-sided tape. I'm just going to put some tape around my edges. Okay, I'm just going to burnish my tape with my bone folder. Just makes it easier to get off. Just use the back of your bone folder and burnish it down. So I'm going to take off my backing. I find it comes off a lot easier if you burnish it down before you try and take the backing off this double-sided tape. That's just me personally. Just comes straight off. Okay, and then I've got my acetate here. I'm just going to put my acetate over onto the tape. Okay, and then I'm just going to cut around the acetate. Let's just get rid of these bits in this box. Right, let's just trim the acetate off. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it onto another piece of card. Did I get another piece of card out? I don't think I did. Let me just grab a piece of card. I use a lot of this craft card. I'll have to start saving my paper batter, you know, cereal boxes and stuff. Right, okay, I'm going to do the same again. I'm going to put some tape on here. Because I will stitch around this. So I'll just put it on. Just stick it onto my back bit. Well, it's absolutely throwing it down with rain here. Throwing it down. Just going to put a bit there and a bit at the other side because I've cut a bit far to the edge on here with the die cutting. I could have done with doing it a bit further up, but just put that on, it'll stick, and I'll stitch around it. Right, let's just burnish my tape down. Now in theory you could just stick that onto your page like that, but I think I want just a bit more strength. That's why I've put the paper, the card on the back. I'm just looking for my pokey tool. Use this one. I'm just going to take off the backing. Oh, here it is. Is it in the bin? Yeah, it's there in the bin. I thought it can't have gone far. I've just used it. Right, let's use that one. It's better. This is lethal, this thing. It's really sharp. If you poke your fingers with that, it hurts. You know, you could put it onto patterned paper if you wanted to, but I'm going to put a journal card or something in it, so I want you to be able to see that through the acetate. Okay, I'm going to stick that down. If by sticking it on another piece, it just gives me a bit more to stick to the page. Okay, and then I'm going to cut around it. So I've just trimmed that little bit off the top because I didn't like that point there, so it's sticking up a little bit, but when I stick it into my journal, okay, so we've now got an acetate pocket there. Now that's going to annoy me now, isn't it? I don't know whether it'll make a mess if I put glue on it. Let's try it. Just a little bit. Let's see if I can stick it down. Just hold on to it for a second. She'll just go there like that. I haven't made it too big because I wanted a little bit of width for opening and closing. There's something on the acetate there, that's better. Right, what I'm going to do first before I stick it in is I'm just going to stitch around the edge and then I'll be back. Okay, so I've stitched around it, so I've just got my pocket there. I'm going to try and glue it onto my page. Hope that it sticks. It's pretty good, this Nouveau adhesive. I wish I'd have thought on earlier before I did the front cover and stitched it on. We'll see. If it doesn't stick, I'll take it off and put some 3-in-1 on. Right, let's just stick it down there. I can't see why it won't stick. I'm just going to hold on to it just for a minute. Just make sure we're straight. I don't want to put glue on the acetate. Right, so I'm going to give that a minute to grab. Right, what I wanted to do was have a look in the kit if there's any ephemera that we can use for this pocket before I go making something. Let's just have a look what we've got. Not sure if there's any tall envelopes, file folders. Oh, perhaps we could use that. Could use that. Mind you, we wouldn't see the man, would we? And that'd be no good because I'd want to see. No, I'd want to see the man. So I think we're going to have to make a big journal card to go in there. Let's just have a look what else I've got. I've got journal cards, but they're a bit smaller than I think. Let's just try. I don't want to pull it yet. Oh, just a little bit too small. Right, we'll have to make one, so we can do that now. So I've got some more card here. Let's just mark how wide we want it. Where are we going up to? I don't want it so you can't get it in and out. Let's try that and see what that's like. Little bits of scraps. Right, let's have a look if that'll go in and out. No, need a bit more off the side. I don't want to be fighting with it, people to be fighting with it to get it in and out. Now looking at that now, it doesn't look much. It's probably a little bit narrower but not big, not long enough. What a shame I couldn't use that. If that man had been on the other side, it would have been ideal. Do you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to stick that on. That way. Like that. Because I like the ledger. Just going to cut around it. I never even checked, did I, to see if it'll go in. Let's hope it'll go in. Yeah, that'll go in there now. And then I can put the man, I can fussy cut the man. Let's just get that out again. Where can I put my journal? I'm fighting for space. I've got that many things out around me. Shelves are all full and my desk is all full. I'm working on I don't know how many different projects at a time here. Right, I'm going to round my corners first. They've got a mind of their own, these things, haven't they? Sometimes they work fine and then other times. I'm going to put a little tab on the top. Let's just have a look because I'm sure there's some tabs in here. In the ephemera. All with the labels. No, they're all like little labels. Right, let's make a little tab to go on the top. Whether that'll be wide enough, that piece. Okay, so let's put something over here. We'll just use a piece of this. Cut the tab out first. Just stick that on there. Okay, to just fold that in half. I am going to do some inking around here. I'm going to stick with my walnut stain. Ink around here. Right, let's put this on. hold of it for a little minute just till it grabs. Right, what I'm going to do while that's drying is I'm just going to stitch around here and then I can embellish it a little bit. I'll be back in a second for you guys. Okay, so I've stitched wonkily around the edge. Let's see if we can cut him out and then we can use it on the middle, or should I just have a look if I've got another one here? I'm sure there was another man. Oh yeah, we've got a couple here. What do I want? Or do I want to stick like an image on? I don't know what I want to do, whether I want to put the man on. Yeah, let's put the man on. The only thing that bothers me is that little bit there, but my craft knife is too big to get in there. I'm wondering if I can poke into it and get my little scissors and try and just get that little piece out. Might be able to wink the little bit that I can't get my scissors onto. There we go, that's better. Yeah, that's okay. Right, what else do we want? I'm going to save that because I can do the same. I can fussy cut that little man out of there. Let's have a look what we've got in here. Let's just put the lid on that thing because it's lethal if you touch it. It's sharp as anything. Right, ephemera, let's have a look. I think he needs to go in the middle, doesn't he? Then we can see him, but he needs to be grounded on something. So let's put a piece of this across the middle just to, and then he doesn't look like he's just stood on nothing. Just cut a bit more off. That on there. Put him on there. I hope I'm not sticking him too far up here. Should have got my journal and measured. Right, let's put something at the bottom down here. Lots of little bits of labels and stuff. Clock. Yeah, we've got some labels here. We can just put a few of these on. Yeah, that'll do. I don't want a lot. It's just something to put at the bottom. Let's just cut around these. Something sticky on there. I think it's double-sided tape. I'll have to clean these scissors. I used to keep a pair of what are called sticky scissors, you know, for cutting sticky things with, but they get that sticky that they'll no longer cut anything. I need to clean these because I can feel them sticking. Let's just put some ink over here. And I know there was a little sentiment that said notes. Do you know what else I'm going to put on? I'm going to put a bit of washi at the bottom. These are all like my sort of vintagey kind of washi tapes. Let's have a bit of that with the number. I'm just going to put a bit of that on. Where's the edge? This is the problem with washi, isn't it? Trying to find out where you're supposed to start. There we go. Just want a little piece. Put a piece there. And a piece there. And then I'm going to put a piece at the bottom. Right, let's glue these down. Probably not see a lot of that washi, but I know it's there. You can just see the end bit poking out. Yeah, you can see the end of it. Right, do I want to put anything on the top of there? I don't think I do. I think I'm happy with that. Let's just grab the journal and let's hope it looks okay in this pocket. piece of twine on the acetate and it's driving me mad. I can't get my fingers in to get it. Right, will you fit in there now? Let's have a look. I hope so. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that looks okay, doesn't it? That pocket on there, I'll have to wipe that acetate with a wet cloth. So yeah, that's going to stay in there. So I'm just going to leave it out till the glue dries. So I want to put something at the back as well. And I'm thinking about just some pockets from the kit. So let's have a look what we've got. I also got out this one that I'd made, but the orientation's wrong. I'd have to put it that side because otherwise the script would be upside down if I put it on that way. Anything else I've got that I might want to use? Right, let's have a look in here. I do love that. And I could actually use that as a pocket because it's just about the right width. Yeah, I think I'm going to use that. The trifold. Yeah, I'm going to use that one. I want to use everything in the kit really if I can. I'm just going to grab my other circle punch out. My bigger one, this one here. I am going to stitch around it. Right, I'm just going to take it to my sewing machine, guys, just stitch around it and then I can stick it into my journal. Okay, so I've stitched around that. I've done like a crookedy wobbly kind of stitching, so I'm going to stick this onto my pocket, onto my page rather. Okay. I don't want the journal to be really thick and bulky. I just want a nice little journal. I am going to give this journal away. I'm going to do a giveaway at the end when I've finished making it, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Right, I'm going to have some more washi at the bottom. Which one do I want? Should have got my Tim Holtz washes out. What's that one? Yeah, let's have some of that and some of that. A little bit of this. Doesn't matter that it's torn because I was going to tear it anyway. Little piece like that and then another piece of this. Right, and I'm going to put a little label or something at the bottom. What? Two little labels. Right, let's just cut around these then. Okay, let's just put a little bit of ink around the edges. And just put that number there. Put this little quote out. It just says be positive. Let's just chop that bit off the top. I'm just going to stick that on. I've got glue on my fingers and it's sticking to everything. Okay, stick that on. Put that there. Okay, so that's back and front of the journal sorted. That should be okay to go in there now. I think I want to put something. Oh, let's just stick that bit of paper down. I think I want to put something at the bottom here, maybe, of the pocket, just on this corner, just a couple of tickets, a bit of collage. We'll have some washi and we'll have some just little tickets. What does that say? Evening 222. yeah, we'll have those. Let's just trim around that. Okay, just grab some washi. Which one should we have? Let's have a look. I'm going to go with this one again. I like this one. Just put a couple of little pieces there. Just then there's something in that bottom corner. And then put this down. And then this little label. Like that, and I don't think I need to put anything else on there. I don't think there's room to put anything else, so it comes in and out easily enough. I'll just have to try and clean that acetate. I've got gluey fingers on there. So that is that, and that is that. So I think I'm going to call it a day here, guys, and then we'll come back and we'll try and get some work done on the inside. I don't want to do really long videos because I know people don't have the time to sit and watch them, so break it down into smaller videos. So there we go, that's what we've done today. I hope you've enjoyed watching. I hope you feel inspired to craft along with me. So as always, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Take care, and I'll see you all soon in my next video. Bye for now.